things, and I just kind of want to go through what it is and why we're doing it. Is you may have seen in the paper where we have issued what we call an RFI, a request for information. And this request for information is regarding our sewer project, and it's going out across the nation. And what we're looking for is ideas from the private sector as to how we might best deal with the $280-some million of debt that we have regarding this sewer project. So you might ask, well, why are you now going out to the private sector? Well, over the last year and a half, as we've all been talking about, we have been trying to find a government agency solution, primarily through the Water Infrastructure Finance Authority, better known as WIFA. And while we have some minor concessions from them, they are just not enough. Clearly not enough. It might help us hold off rate increases for a few years, but that just really isn't what we were looking for. They were unwilling to restructure or refinance our debt because they said they just don't do things like that. But lo and behold, just a week ago they announced that they are restructuring $380 million of their own debt to take advantage of better interest rates. But yet they would not do that for us. So we had pretty much had it up to here, and we had been hearing about that there are possible private sector solutions. So we put out this request for information, and the good news is we are getting a lot of responses on this. What we really believe is that it's probably going to be some sort of public-private partnership that will ultimately be the answer. There are a lot of Wall Street firms interested in dealing with our debt. We don't know ultimately what that solution is, but what we do know is that a government agency solution is just not there. And so why not, instead of saying we give up, let's find out what the private marketplace can provide to us. Like I said, we are getting a tremendous amount of interest. Lots of phone calls. Firms such as my old firm, Ernst & Young, KPMG, Goldman Sachs, Guggenheim, Morgan Stanley, you name it, they're out there, they're interested in trying to find a solution. So what we will do is we're going to take all of this information, and then we're going to probably interview what we believe are the top 2 or 3 ideas, interview those firms, and then try to negotiate from there. And one other thing that we did about the request, we didn't just say the wastewater division. We said if you feel that you would have a better solution by combining our wastewater and our water division, we're open to that discussion. Because one of the things that it said way back in the pamphlet, years ago, and people had forgotten about it, is that to help pay for our sewer project, we can use water revenues, the water division revenues. And that's kind of been kept separate for all these years. But it is available to us, and so that may be one of the solutions. So we're hopeful. They are supposed to, is it September 19th? Okay, I think it closes, it's either questions that they have for us close on the 19th, and the all requests or proposals, if you will, close on the 26th, and then we hope within 30 days after that we will begin negotiating with somebody for a solution. Now, the other thing we will do, though, is that I have a feeling these solutions will be rather complicated. They will impact the community, and so we will have public hearings to make sure people understand where we're headed and whether or not there's buy-in from the community. So again, we're hopeful, but we gave these people one goal. We want a reduction in our rates. That was our goal. We didn't say, well, we'd like to see a lower interest rate, or we didn't say we'd like to see privatization or any of that. We said we have one goal: lower rates. You come up with the solutions, because we didn't want to be providing possible solutions. We want it to go the other way around. So I can't wait until September 26th, quite frankly, because I really am very hopeful that this is going to make a huge difference in our community. One of the things that we're trying to do is, our rates are probably the second highest in the state, is what I understand. And but interestingly enough, the state's catching up to us. Well, if we can delay rate increases or lower rates, eventually the rest of the state will catch up to us, and that's what we'd like to really see, so that our community's kind of on a level footing with other communities. Many of you know Bullhead City had to put in about $180 million of infrastructure. They have a flat rate, I want to say, of about $38 a month. But the difference is they also have semi-annual payments on the $13,000 hookups that they had to go through. So either way, you're looking at real money. There is no magic solution.